Well, here are the instructions for the argumentation or argumentative text that you're going to write on segregation. And I will try to describe everything clearly so you don't feel like it is a loss that I'm not there. Okay, so let's do this. So, why do we write an argumentative text? We do it to convince our readers that your standpoint is the best one on this topic, and we have to argue clearly for one side. We also have to have a counter argument in our argumentation that is successfully predicted and dismissed. That means that in your last essay, when you wrote a traveling essay, you discussed different aspects of being a traveler or tourist or traveling in your minds, and then you gave us both good sides and bad sides, and you discussed back and forth. This time you're going to decide for one side and then argue clearly for it. When you do this, you should also bring up a counter-argument, ett motargument, but you're going to present it, but also tell us, right, why isn't it predicted or dismissed? Why doesn't it work, this argument? So the disposition of your text should be like always. You should have an introduction where you start with a question, a quote, or something that raises the reader's attention. Then you always write something about the background, where you prepare the readers for the thesis, what will essay be about, and the arguments. What do the reader need to know about the subject before reading your essay? Something short. We have done this so many times. Go back to the traveling essay, see what I wrote there, what did I write about your introduction, which comments did you get, and try to improve them for this time. Always have a clearly stated opinion. What will essay be about? And avoid using I and being subjective. Then we have the body of the text, where you give us arguments in favor of your opinion. So if you're for, you give us arguments that show that you're for. If you're not, you give us arguments that show that you're against something. Choose approximately 3 arguments and develop them with examples. So use examples from the book all the time, but also from the film, because this is very important since we are writing about the book. A counter-argument, which is dismissed, it's sufficient with 1, but think about having your arguments first, your strong arguments first, and then the counter-argument just before the conclusion. The conclusion should be catchy, convincing, and strong, which will help the reader to react. So a good conclusion, so I won't feel that, oh, there's something more to it. You need to end your text in a good way. For example, you could state your opinion again or give a recommendation. So, to the assignment, you should choose a thesis on the subject and write an argumentative text where you state your opinion. So what is your thesis? What will you all have the same topic, but you will have to narrow it down. Så ni måste alltså ta ner det på en nivå så att ni kan hitta bra argument för det, även om ni alla skriver om samma ämne. 400 words. Your essay should be about 400 words. It's okay if it's 370, it's okay if it's 450, but not more or less. Divide the text into suitable paragraphs. As always, you have to have paragraphs, styckenindelning. Mark them somehow in the text if you have forgotten to give the blank lines, since you're writing by hand this time. Use linking words to bring the text together. However, furthermore, nevertheless, on the one hand, on the other hand, firstly, secondly, you know a lot of them now. Go back to our documents, go back to previous plans, pedagogiska planeringar, to see if you can find the document again and repeat linking words. State your sources. You have used the film, the book. Always refer to the film and the book. Don't only give examples. Tell us where they are from so it is clear. Check your spelling and grammar before you hand it in. Perhaps the most important part when the text is done and written. Look at commonly misspelled words. Go through your text to read it, and please look at the verbs. Have you conjugated them correctly? Have you written he, are? Have you written people, is, and so on? Look at the verbs, please. And the topic is to compare the African Americans' living conditions in Kindred and the help. Are the African Americans in the help free compared to the African Americans in Kindred? Why? Why not? Has the injustice improved? Use examples from both the book and the film once again to back up your arguments. So, you're supposed to see what has changed and argue for if you think that they are free compared to Kindred, or if you argue for against them being free. Even if they are by law, are they really free? So be concise and precise. You should have clear arguments, and you shouldn't discuss the topic. You shouldn't be both for and against. You should convince me that what you think is the right way to think. Ni ska alltså diskutera eller argumentera för om att de mörkhyade verkligen är fria i help jämfört med The Kindred, eller om de inte är det. Hur ser man? För även om de är det enligt lag, var de verkligen det? Ta gärna upp exempel från PowerPointen jag gick igenom, från historien, också om ni känner att ni får plats med det och om ni känner att ni har tid. Very well. Back to English. So this was the PowerPoint. You have the PowerPoint as well on via class on today's lesson, hopefully. So I also want you to look at how you could write a mind map, because my substitute, Vicaria, knows that you're allowed to bring your novel, your book, and your mind map to the test or the writing of the essay. So this time we're going to be hard. We're going to decide that you're not allowed to bring any texts in your mind map. You're only allowed to bring keywords, okay? Stödord. So here you write your title, Kindred, or perhaps the title of your essay. What will the essay be? Afro-Americans are free, or Afro-Americans are free in the help, but not in the Kindred. Or even though they aren't free, they have more freedom, or something. A good title that catches the reader's interest. So here it is, and then you can write the introduction. Points, keywords, what will I include in my introduction? You can write your thesis statement shortly, so you know what your thesis statement will be. What will your essay be about? And then short points. Which event? Should I bring up an example? What example could that be? Write paragraph 1. Write which points, which argument will be in my paragraph 1. Try to think to have one argument, one paragraph per argument or something like that. So here's paragraph 1. This is my argument or argument 1. Which are the points that I will bring up? If I have a quote, I'm allowed to perhaps write a page of the quote here so I can easily find it when I am writing my essay. Do this over to paragraph 2, to paragraph 3, paragraph 4 if you need, but I don't think you need more than 3. And then you write a conclusion. What should I bring up in my conclusion? How can I end the essay effectively? I'm also going to, so this is what a mind map should look like. If you want to have circles around the different words, it's okay. But so you know more or less what it should look like. I also want to show you this one. This is a good mind map. Here they have done it in a similar way, but I think this structure works better for you. So you have a clear structure, so you don't have to sit there and don't know what you're going to write. But only to show you that you aren't allowed to use whole texts. Write words, similar, films, books, plays. Name a film, name a book, name a play. Write background. Write South South. Write 1815s. These are keywords, years, happenings, events, and so on. Use quotations, but don't write them like this. You could write the pages instead and then find them in your book. If you want to use a quotation from the film, you would have to quote it on your mind map. So this is what a good mind map looks like. Only words, no texts. Okay, so hopefully you have understood your assignment. Today you're going to do your mind map, and as homework I want you to finish your mind map, read a book, and on Thursday it's time to write your essay. You will only have the lesson and you will have to write by hand, so bring a pen. I'll see you after Christmas. Happy holidays.